tonight for the Northern Arizona Wranglers. Unfortunately, they come up on the losing end of things to the Duke City Gladiators by the score of 39-32. James Poovey and Ed Cole welcoming you in to the post-game wrap-up show. And Ed, it was a hard-fought game tonight for the Wranglers, and unfortunately, it really came down to the last couple of seconds of the game, and Duke City came out on top.
It really did. The Wranglers had a 6-point lead, and then give the credit to the Gladiators, give them their flowers. They were really good on special teams as it went on. Eric Swiftwater returns a blocked field goal attempt that tied the game up at 32, and then Javin Kilgo completes a touchdown pass to Demarius Washington. Great, nice back shoulder fade throw, evading Tevin Homer, and they get the lead 39-32. And the game on a 13-0 run. So Duke City did what they had to do at home. They got the victory, which really propels them into the playoffs as they get ready to head up here next Sunday to go to Footprint Center to take on the Arizona Rattlers in round 1 of the Indoor Football League playoffs.
Duke City is one of those really dangerous teams that I don't think a whole lot of people really are going to look forward to playing right now, especially as they just continue to stay hot going into the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. With Ramon Atkins at the helm, he's thrown 50 touchdowns this season. What a great rookie season he's had. I'm sure he's probably up for Rookie of the Year. What a fantastic season he's had, considering what they had to do with Nate Davis when they lost him pretty much early in the season. So he had to step in and do a phenomenal job. Yes, they've lost Dello Davis. He was released, but they've still got so many weapons, JP, at their disposal, offensively, defensively. This is a solid football team that's going to head up to Phoenix, Arizona to take on the Arizona Rattlers at Footprint Center. But yeah, they did what they had to do, gutted out a victory. Again, with a 13-0 run to end the game, they shut down the Northern Arizona Wranglers when they had to and did what they needed to do in all 3 phases to get the victory.
And now the Wranglers will hop back on the Master's Touch coach, head back down to Prescott Valley from Albuquerque tonight, and they will go back to the drawing board and get ready for their first playoff game of the season next Saturday night as they host the Tucson Sugar Skulls inside the Findlay Toyota Center. We'll be on the air at 5:30 p.m., a special early pregame show for you as we're going to cover a lot of things next Saturday night. I'm looking forward to it, Ed. And there were some positive things tonight as well to cover for the Wranglers. Let's take a look at some highlights from tonight's game as once again the Wranglers defense played really well for most of the game, and the offense was extremely productive as well in a lot of cases when they had to be.
Absolutely. Whenever you hand the ball off to Israel Tucker, number 22, we're going to see it right here. He had 2 rushing touchdowns on the day, had a kickoff return for a touchdown. Whenever you give the ball to the spark plug, 2-2, he is liable to break off and do things like he did right there. And we'll see his second touchdown right here. The kid is just special. 11 rushing touchdowns on the season. When he gets the ball in special teams, this kid is an absolute dynamo. I love the way Israel Tucker plays the game of football. And of course, the way he plays, it's infectious. It rubs off on every single player on this roster.
You see him right there doing a great job carrying out the fake, and then his pal Glenn Gibbons Jr. on the other side of the field scoring there behind the beautiful blocking from the offensive line. You see Michael Bailey and big number 74 also in there, Zach Thomas, and those guys really stout up front tonight for the Wranglers.
Yes, they were. I love that they had 3 rushing touchdowns on the night. We see Uric Jones intercepting the pass right there and setting them up in really good field position for that touchdown from Glenn Gibbons Jr. So I like the way the defense played as well tonight. They played hard football. You know they're going to play strong football for 60 minutes of football. That's what a Les Moss coached football team does, as we see Izzy with this amazing kickoff return, how he's able to contort his body, see holes and lanes, and he's able to just cut on a dime and do things like that. That's a special young man. What a special athlete.
You absolutely love to see that little shoulder dip right there from Israel Tucker as he just puts that guy on skates, and then it is just a foot race to the house there for Israel Tucker. What a fantastic job tonight from him, and he just continues to be productive. He's going to be a big plus to take into the playoffs.
Yes, absolutely. They're going to have to really rely on Israel Tucker come next Saturday night against the Tucson Sugar Skulls. If they want to run, if they want to do the ball control game like they did tonight, run as well as they do. They're one of the better running teams in the league. We know Caleb Barker is an outstanding running talent in his own right, but if they can get the ball to 22, control the ball, because you know that DeQuan Neal and the Sugar Skulls are going to try to do the same thing. They're going to try to run it down their throats with Mike Jones. We know he is a battering ram, especially once they get inside the red zone. So if they could control the line of scrimmage, do ball control, JP, and see what they can do. Keep Tucson off the field. Keep that offense off the field, because we know that's one of the most prolific offenses in this league.
Anytime you've got those guys at the helm for Tucson, and especially you got big Mike Jones there in the backfield, that he is a battering ram, and they are almost never out of the football game. One last thing here as we close out our post-game wrap-up. I want to give a shout-out to our Wranglers fans, especially those fans that travel and all the way to Albuquerque to check out these guys and watch them play football tonight. You see the guys there in the front row. You see the white jersey, number 21 there. Staunch fans. These guys are at every Wranglers game there in Prescott Valley, and they are not afraid to hit the road and to rep the Wranglers proudly, and we just appreciate their fandom.
Absolutely. I loved seeing them on the broadcast tonight, just rocking the Wranglers gear in Rio Rancho, in enemy territory. They came up to us after the game last Saturday night saying, "Hey guys, you're going to go to Albuquerque? Are you going to go to Rio Rancho with us, man? We got a place for you guys to stay. We want to see you guys in the house for the season finale." But it's like, we'll see. We'll definitely see you next Saturday at the FTC for sure.
Yes, it's not that we didn't want to go. It just unfortunately didn't work out for us this time. But they were telling us, "Hey, we got the Red Roof Inn over at off the I-47 or whatever it is out there in Rio Rancho." But the fandom is fantastic for this team, and it's really great to see how this community has really embraced this Northern Arizona Wranglers club.
JP, I'm excited to see what the crowd is going to be like, what the mix is going to be with Wranglers fans and Sugar Skulls fans. They're going to take that trek from Tucson, Arizona. It's not that far. It's not that long of a drive from Tucson up to Prescott Valley for a playoff game. They're going to be in the house. The Sugar Skulls fans are going to be in the house. That is going to be a phenomenal game. It's going to be a lot of fireworks between two outstanding football teams that love to play football, and they know it's the second season of football. The first team to get the 3 victories, that means you win a championship, and it starts next Saturday night in Prescott Valley.
Exactly. The road to Henderson begins next Saturday night in Prescott Valley, Arizona, against the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Ed and I will be on the air at 5:30 p.m. on the Indoor Football League YouTube channel. We encourage you to join us. Kickoff at 6:05 p.m. for the right to advance to the IFL Conference Championship game, and that site and venue to be determined. But it should be a great one next Saturday night up in Prescott Valley, Arizona. We will talk to you then next Saturday night, 5:30 p.m. on the IFL YouTube channel.
Go Wranglers.